good news this afternoon starting lineups. First, for the visiting Thomas Nelson Gators, a 5'11" guard from El Paso, Texas, number 10, Shahad Singleton.
Welcome back, everyone, to courtside here at the Newport News Shipbuilding, on the campus of Newport News Shipbuilding. We're back here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center as we get ready for the sixth and final game of this year's 9th annual Dr. MLK Jr. Basketball Classic here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. Again, welcome back to courtside with me, Howard McCain. I'm joined with my engineer producer Sekou Fry, and we'll be giving you all the sights, all the sounds of this evening's matchup between our shipbuilders, our builders, the Apprentice School builders against the Gators of Thomas Nelson Community College. So from what I'm understanding, this team from Thomas Nelson is not a pushover. They're currently sitting at 2-6 right now as their overall record, with their new head coach, their first-year head coach, Christopher Moore, who just recently took over coaching the program back in October of 2018. So he's just getting his feet wet, but he says that his team is an up-and-down kind of team. We play a very, very exciting brand of basketball, so we're going to see. On the other side, Coach Evan Keith. He's in only his second year with the Builders, who are currently come in with a 9-9 record into this afternoon's basketball game. So it should be a good one here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center as we get ready for the 6th and final game of the 9th annual Dr. MLK Jr. Classic, Basketball Classic, being played here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center on the campus of Newport News Shipbuilding here in Newport News, Virginia. So both lineups have been set, and the officials for this afternoon's game are Reginald Kane, Casey Rigetz, and Kendall Ridley. So we look forward to an exciting basketball game as we just got through finished seeing the women go down by a score of 78-62 to Warren Wilson College. So let's see if the men can get back to their winning ways as well. Starting lineup for our home builders goes like this: Brian Fuller, Corey Joyner, Drew Walton, Marion Moore, and Sam Morris. For the visiting Gators from Thomas Nelson, Darius Hester, Zavon Graham, Shahad Singleton, Monte Hood, my eyes momentarily went to the court, and Demarius Steele are the starting 5 for the visiting Gators of Thomas Nelson, and the tip is controlled by the Builders. Here's Marion Moore. Off the glass and good. And the Builders start the scoring off in this basketball game, 2-0. 19:33 left in the first half. And here are the Gators. Having difficulty seeing the jerseys as a long 3-point shot is good out of the corner for Darius Hester. So 3-2 is our score. As the Builders look to run, Marion Moore transition basket is good. 4 quick points for Marion Moore as our score sits at 4-3, Builders over the Gators. Here's Seals. Seals off of a screen, launches the 3, and it's good. Back-to-back 3-pointers out of the gate for the Gators as they take the lead 6-4, but we have a foul. Foul is going to go against Shahad Singleton, and that will be his first personal foul and the team's first. 18:50 remaining in the first half. 27 seconds on the shot clock as the Builders trail 6-4. Here's Walton over to Joyner. Joyner working on the man-to-man defense. Here's Fuller. 3-point shot, no good. Rebound taken and controlled by Seals. Seals looks, stolen. Here's Morris on the break, spins, gives off to Fuller, who lays it up and in. 6-6 our score, 18:21 left. And here are the Gators. Singleton with the basketball. Over to Hester. Singleton working on Joyner. Back to Hester, who feeds to Seals, who tried to get it down low, but there was a kick, so that resets the shot clock to 20. 18:04 left in the first half. We're tied 6-6. The official sorting everything out. And here's Seals set the trigger. Singleton with the basketball being guarded by Morris. Give, down low, foul. That was Graham who was able to get into the lane and draw the foul call on Bryant Fuller. That'll be his first personal foul. Bryant Fuller, 2 points. And that'll be the team's first. So that'll put Zavon Graham on the line to shoot 2. And the first one is up and good, as the first substitution of the basketball game for the Builders is Caleb Molesky. He comes in for Drew Walton, who takes a seat. And the second of 2 upcoming for Zavon Graham. And the second of 2 trickles in. 8-6 our score. Builders trail by 2 to the Gators as Fuller looks. Here's Morris, long 3-point shot, off. Rebound comes off to Graham. Kick over behind the 3-point line, no good, and we have a foul call. That foul call goes on Zavon Graham, so that'll be his first personal foul, the team's second. As substitutions in quickly. Vincent Collins makes his way into the basketball game for the Gators, who currently lead by a score of 8-6. 7:30 remaining in the first half. Here's Joyner being guarded closely by Singleton. Here's Fuller. Shot off the glass, no good. Rebound taken by Marion Moore. He misses. Fuller with a putback. 8-8 our score. 17-13 remaining in the first. Morris off of the screen. Ball tossed into the backcourt. That's going to be a turnover. Backcourt violation on the Gators. So they turn the basketball over at the 17-minute mark of the first half. Brandon Joyner makes his way into the ball game for Sam Morris. 8-8 our score currently. As Marion Moore triggers to Joyner. Here's Molesky. Shot, runner, good. 10-8 Builders, 16:49 remaining as Singleton crosses midcourt. Builders in a man-to-man defense. Here's Fuller on Singleton, 16:36 left. Shot clock at 13. As Singleton gives to Hester. Hester gives. Long 3-point shot, good by Collins. And that gives the lead right back to Thomas Nelson, 11-10. Here's Caleb Molesky over to Marion Moore. Joyner to Moore. Moore, shot, good. 12-11 our score, 16:01 left in the first half. Here's Singleton. Long 3-point shot. Off the front of the rim, rebound taken and put back in by Hood. Several lead changes so far in this basketball game as the Gators are back on top. 13-12 as Joyner slashes. Wild shot, no good. Here are the Gators. This is Hester with the basketball, guarded by Molesky. Hester gives back to Hester, over to Singleton. Shot up, no good. Rebound taken by Joyner. Joyner slashes, shot no good. Molesky works, misses, shot up, no good, but he's fouled. Good job of just showing energy. Down around the basket, fighting for everything, is Caleb Molesky able to draw the foul on Sills. So for Sills, that will be his first personal foul, the team's third. So Caleb Molesky will toe the line to shoot 2. 14:58 left in the first half. And the first of two is up and good as Miles Barrett makes his way into the basketball game. 13-13 our score. Game number 6 on day number 2 of the 9th annual Dr. MLK Jr. Basketball Classic here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center on the campus of Newport News Shipbuilding, and the second of two goes down. Rashawn Ely makes his way into the basketball game, giving Bryant Fuller a rest at the 14:59 mark of the first half. Builders lead 14-13. Forecourt press by the Builders. Broken by the Gators. Here's Hester. Deep in the corner to Sills. Here's Singleton. Singleton to Sills. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Here are the Gators. Shot up off the glass and good for Justin Need. 15-14 is our score. 14:24 left in the first half as Caleb Molesky makes his way to the basket. Up and under. Layup is good. 16-15 Gators. Correction, 16-15 Builders. 14:08 left as the Gators break the full court press. Here's Need. Hester working. Back to Need. 11 seconds on the shot clock. Squares up a three and hits it. 18-16 our score. Gators over the Builders. 13:44 left as Marion Moore gives back to Barrett, who finds Ely wide open for a three, unable to hit. And here's Need, who just hit a three-point shot. And just like their coach said, they play a wide open style of basketball, a lot of energy out of Thomas Nelson, and that shot is up and good for Vincent Collins. So that pushes the Gator lead to 5. 21-16 is our score. 13-13 left in the first half as Barrett works against the Gator defense. Barrett to Molesky to Joyner. Long three-point shot. Rims off. Rebound taken by the Gators. Here's Need. Pushing. Up and under shot is up and in for the Gators. And just like that, Sills helps extend the Gator lead to 8. 23-16 is our score. 12:47 left in the first half. And you can see what type of basketball team the Builders are playing this evening. These guys don't run a lot of half-court sets. As soon as the rebound comes off of the missed shot, they're running. So it's up to the Builders to be able to run with them and try to slow them down. Now, what you have to have happen is when these guys get out, they start running, somebody has to step up and make the ball handler change direction. If you don't do that, his chances of finding a dribble penetration lane towards the basket goes up exponentially. So it's up to the Builders to get back in transition defense. No one has any need to be in the backcourt making their way across midcourt after the ball is already made it across midcourt. So the Builders have to work on their transition defense if they're going to stay with this team. Again, Thomas Nelson, they're only coming in at 2-6, but don't let that record fool you. These guys are extremely athletic, as we've seen so far in the basketball game. So to reset things, score right now sits at 23-16, 12:47 left in the first half. Timeout is over. Builders with a possession. Here's Barrett. As the Gators extend their defense. Shot clock at 21, so Builders able to break the press. Here's Joyner with plenty of time to set up the offense. As the Gators settle into a man-to-man defense of their own. Shot clock at 9. Shot, no good. Walton with the rebound, but it was blocked out of bounds. So possession stays with the Builders. 29 seconds on the shot clock. Plenty of time to run your offensive set if you're the Builders. Correction, they reset the shot clock to 30 now. 12:20 left in the basketball game. It's a long outlet. It's intercepted by the Gators, and Need with the easy layup. We're going to get an official timeout to see if we can get the floor mopped up. Well, we had a player go down momentarily. That was Joyner. So the referees wanted to make sure Joyner was okay, as Thomas Nelson has extended their lead now 25-16 over the Builders. 12:16 left in the first half. It's Joyner working against the trap. Finds Molesky to Barrett. Barrett, scoop layup, no good. Rebound tapped around and controlled by the Gators. Once again, off and running. Gators lose the basketball. Here's Barrett to Joyner. Joyner, wild layup, misses. Rebound comes off to the Gators, and there's a foul. As the Builders make substitutions, Sam Morris called off the floor. Now they're allowed to come back on the floor. Bryant Fuller and Sam Morris make their way into the basketball game. 25-16 is our score. 11:48, and the clock has not started, and the officials call a timeout. So the officials ask for a time adjustment, that 11:46 be put back on the game clock and 27 seconds be put back on the shot clock. As the Gators, so far early on, have been in control of the basketball game, and they've also been in control of the scoreboard. 25-16 is the score. Gators on the attack. Here's Akeland. All the way over to Seals. Need all the way to the basket, and he's fouled. That foul call is on Caleb Molesky. That is his first personal foul to go along with his 6 points. That's the team's third total foul. So Need will step to the line to shoot two, as his Gators are currently up by 9. And the first free throw is good, so the Gators have opened up a 10-point lead here on the home Builders. As Marion Moore makes his way into the basketball game for Caleb Molesky. Marion Moore with 6 points of his own. And the second of 2 trickles in. And that makes it an 11-point lead for the Gators, 27-16, 11:22 left in the first half. Here's Fuller as they break the press. Marion Moore, shot goes in. Looked like a goaltend to me, but the shot still trickled over the side of the rim in for the Builders. 27-18 is our score as Sills works against Fuller. 15 seconds on the shot clock as Need has come in and been a factor in the basketball game. Gives it right back to Seals, who finds a cutting Hood to the basket for an easy 2. 29-18 our score, 10:37 left. Fuller and Joyner work it over the timeline to Morris. Here's Moore. Kick out to Morris. Morris, all the way to the rim, loses the basketball. 29-18, Gators lead by 11, 10:17 left. As Need controls the basketball with 18 seconds left on the shot clock, 10:08 left of the game clock. Need, all the way to the basket, can't convert, and the rebound is taken by Walton. Nice bounce pass to Fuller, but Fuller misses. Sometimes the hardest shot to hit in basketball is the one where you're wide open. Fuller just lost the basketball. So the score remains 29-18, not anymore.
Three-pointer.
32 to 18 is our score. 15-point lead now by Thomas Nelson. 9:27 left. As Joyner works off of a screen to Walton. That's not really Walton's shot, but he took it anyway. Miss. Here's Seals. 9:13 left in the basketball game. Seals works against Fuller. Here's Need. Seems like he stayed in the lane for an eternity, but no 3-second call as we have a foul call. Correction, player stepped out of bounds. So that's a turnover. As the Builders, Miles Barrett, and Andre Brown make their way into the basketball game. So coach, Eric Key looking for the lineup combination that's going to give him the consistency on offense that he's looking for. As Barrett works off of a screen from Moore, reach in by the Gators, and a takeaway. Here's Hester. 8:38 left in the first half. 32-18. Gators lead the Builders. The Builders working around the perimeter. Here's Singleton. Give inside, but there's a foul. They're going to call a reach-in foul or a push.
Foul number 1, Brandon Joyner. It's his second, team's fourth.
That foul was called on Brandon Joyner, so that'll be his first and the team's fourth. 8:21 left in the first half. 32 Gators, 18 Builders. Here's Akeland with the basketball. Shot clock at 10. Kick over to Hester. Shot clock at 5. Give inside to Collins. Collins kick back outside. Long three-point shot off the mark. Marion Moore with the rebound. Here's Brown to Joyner. Back to Marion Moore, who forced it. Walton fights for the rebound and gets it. Finds an outlet to Brown. 14 seconds on the shot clock. Brown misses. Here come the Gators. Singleton tied up. Fight on the floor for the basketball, but it'll stay on this end as the Gators have the possession arrow. Corey Joyner back in for Brandon Joyner. Still 32-18 is our score as we get a timeout. Timeout being taken by the visiting Gators, and that will be the first team timeout taken by the Gators. 32-18 is our score. And once again, you can see the athleticism and the speed that Thomas Nelson plays with. They don't settle into, again, a lot of half-court sets on offense. They like to get out and run, and so far they've been very successful with doing so. We'll get a chance to see a little bit later on what their transition buckets look like, but the Builders haven't done a bad job of taking care of the basketball. The only thing I've seen so far is we're missing some easy shots. We've seen a couple of layups that were missed right at the rim that probably could make the difference right now in the basketball game, but right now the Builders trail by 15. So if you're Coach Key, he's just basically telling his guys, defense. It has to start on defense. Somehow they have to settle into some type of zone defense that will help take away some of these driving lanes that the offensive players for the Gators are being able to exploit to either get to the rim for easy baskets or get themselves in a position where they're being fouled and they're being able to go to the line and shoot free throws. So let's see if Coach makes a philosophy change in defense, go to more of a zone defense, and see can't we get these defensive stops that we need to get back into this basketball game. So 32-18 is our score. 7:30 left in the first half. Here's Singleton for the Gators. Hester, shot clock at 12. Akeland feeds inside to Singleton. Shot up and in. 34-18 is the score. Gators, again, up-tempo style of play on both offense and defense. One of the most energetic teams I've seen coming to the Apprentice School Center to play is Brown's shot is missed from three-point range, but there's a little bit of confusion. On the handoff, underneath the basket, ball goes out of bounds.
Back in for the Builders, Bryant Fuller.
So Bryant Fuller back in. Builders still trail 34-18. Plenty of time left on the game clock as Joyner being guarded by Singleton. Able to find Moore. Moore shot up, no good, but he's fouled. That foul call is on Monte Hood. And for Monte Hood, that'll be his first personal foul to go along with his 4 points. And that'll be the fourth team foul. Marion Moore will shoot 2. Try and cut into this lead by the Gators. And he misses.
Back in for the Gators, Zavon Graham.
Zavon Graham. Back into the ball game for the Gators. 6:42 left in the first half. Marion Moore set to shoot the second of 2. And it's good. 34-19, 15-point lead by the Gators. 6:39 left in the first half. As the Builders double team. Akeland looks and calls a timeout.
Timeout Gators.
So timeout Gators. Again, 6:31 left as they take a 30-second timeout. So that will allow Coach Key to get a chance to speak to his troops, who have just narrowed this lead now to 15. Again, the Gators able to get on top and have not looked back ever since. They've done a great job of scoring the basketball, but it's up to us to, again, to shore up that defense and take away some of these easy opportunities at the basket that the Gators have enjoyed so far. Again, their coach, young coach, Christopher Moore, not even a full year running the program, but did take over in October of last year, but his team looks very, very athletic and very, very good. Sitting at about 2-6 right now overall on the season, but boy, you would not know it with the way they played in this first half. So, 15-point lead by the Gators, 34-19, 6.5 minutes left in the first half as the Builders almost get a steal by Drew Walton. Shot clock sits at 16 seconds. Here's Hester. Off of a screen. Working against Barrett. Pull up 3, no good. Rebound taken by Joyner. Here's Barrett. Kick into the corner to Fuller. Shot up and good. So 34-22 is our score now as the Builders pick up the defensive pressure. Here's a long 3-point shot off the front of the rim by the Gators. Marion Moore clears for Barrett. 5:50 left in the first half. Barrett works, finds Marion. Moore off of his thigh. And that's going to be a turnover for the Builders as Thomas Nelson is out and running and fouled. Corey Joyner will be whistled for the foul.
Corey Joyner, his first.
And that'll be his first and the team's 5th. So that puts Vincent Collins at the line for the Gators to try and build on this 12-point lead of the Gators, 34-22, 5:40 left in the first half. As the first of 2 goes down. Sills and Monte Hood make their way back onto the floor for the visiting Gators from Thomas Nelson Community College. Played very well in the first half. They did win last night, where they took out Coastal Christian to set up this match against the Builders. 5:36 left in the first half. Builders trail by 14. Builders having a tough time getting the ball over half court, and we do not make it. 10-second violation by the Builders, and you knew when we circled back and tried to make up ground, there was no way the Builders would be able to get that ball across half court. So That's a bit of a mental mistake right there for the Builders to not be able to get the ball over the timeline. And that's a turnover for the Builders. Here's Akelin. Over to Collins. Feed down low to Hood. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Singleton trying to create space, and he does. Shot off, no good. Drew Walton with the rebound. Here's Joyner with the kick out to Barrett for the three-point shot, and it's good. 36-25 our score. Builders cut the lead now to 11. Here's Need to Akelin. Deep in the corner. Gators shot up, no good, but we call a foul. Now, and they count the basket. I thought the foul might have been on the floor prior to the basket. So count the basket. So that gives the Gators a 38-15-25 lead, 13-point lead right now, as Need makes his way to the basketball game. And Vincent Collins at the line to shoot one for the Gators. Collins drains it. Lead back up to 14 for the Gators. Marion Moore off and running, finds Drew Walton, but Drew Walton misses the point-blank range layup. That's 3-point-blank range layups that have been missed in the first half by the Builders. So the score stays 39-25. 4:12 left in the first half. Here's Need. Foul. That foul will go on Marion Moore. That'll be his first personal foul to go along with his 9 points in the first half as Need, Justin Need, steps to the line to shoot two. 4:07 left in the basketball game. In the first half of the basketball game, 39-25 is our score, as the first free throw is up and good. Need with 10 points in the first half, looking to add to it. He doesn't, but the rebound fought for, but not picked up by the Builders. And once again, that's just a simple mental error created by the Builders. 3:55 left in the first half. Gators up 40-25. Here's Seals. Stops, but he traveled. So that's going to be a turnover for the Gators. As Joyner and Moore break the line this time. Here's Fuller. Walton. This time he doesn't miss. Walton able to get the basket to go. 40-27 our score. Builders trail by 13 to the visiting Gators. Here's Collins. 3:18 left in the first half, shot clock at 12. Kick out to Need. Need with 10 points in the basketball game, works. Step back, three. Rims out, rebound taken by the Builders. Here's Joyner. Joyner attacks, but shot is blocked. Ball is lost out of bounds. So 24 seconds left on the shot clock. 2 minutes and 58 seconds left on the game clock. Builders trail 40-27. Here's Moore, step through, shot up and good. 40-29 our score. Gators. Akelin with the basketball. Shot pass deflected, but there's a foul. That foul call is going to go on Justin Need of the Gators. So that is his first personal foul of the basketball game, and that's the 5th team foul. So again, no shots until we hit the 7th team foul. So instead, Joyner brings it across midcourt. Feed down to Marion Moore, who goes to work. Moore, shot up, good. Marion Moore with his 13th point of the half. And that narrows the lead of the Gators down to 9. 2:20 left in the first half as the arena starts to come alive with chance of defense. As Need works on Joyner. Here's Seals, shot clock at 13. 2:06 left on the game clock. Fuller with the defense on Seals, shot clock at 7. Seals finds a lane, shot up but misses. As one of the players for the Gators goes down hard, that is Monte Hood, who went down hard. So his coach, Christopher Moore, out to check on his player. Again, Christopher Moore in his first season as the head coach of the Gators, who again currently sit at 2-6, and Hood is going to step off of the court and be looked at by the Builders trainer. So it'll be Builders ball.
Back in for the Gators, Darius Hester.
As they trail by 9, 40-31, 1:57 left in the first half. Builders right there in it. Fuller to Barrett. Plenty of time on the shot clock as the Gators settle into their man-to-man defense. Builders looking to get it down low. Here's Fuller. Give to Barrett. I'm sorry, that's Joyner. Down low to Walton, who can't hit, but Marion Moore able to get it. Need with the steal. Marion Moore with the defense, but Need with the offense. 42-31. Lead pushed back to 11. 1:20 left in the first half. In the entertaining first half, both teams showing a lot of energy, a lot of desire in this basketball game as Moore works, loses the basketball, turnover. Gators run. Converting on the other end is Darius Hester. And with just under a minute remaining in the first half, the Gators able to put together back-to-back buckets and go up by 13 as we tick closer to the halftime locker room. Here's Barrett, harassed and fouled. That foul call is on Seals. So for Seals, that'll be his second personal foul to go along with 5 points in the ball game as Caleb Molesky makes his way into the basketball game to give Marion Moore a much-needed rest. Molesky so far 6 points in the basketball game as Miles Barrett, who has 3 points of his own, steps to the line with 44.3 seconds left in the first half. Builders trailing by 13. First shot is missed. Rebound taken by Need. So between the time on the game clock and the shot clock, the Gators cannot hold for the final shot of the half. As Seals almost travels, but gives it back to Need with the shot clock at 11. Here's Akeland. Kick out to Seals, who's come dangerously close twice to traveling as the Builders create a turnover. Here's Joyner. Joyner forces it and makes it. 44-33 as the clock ticks to 6. 5, 4, here's Seals. 3, 2, he can, if that is good if it goes. And that's how the half will end. That shot would not count if it had gone. So, at the half, it's the Builders trailing the Gators of Thomas Nelson Community College by 11, 44-33 as we come back to courtside. As both teams make their way into the halftime locker room, as we saw both teams exuding a lot of energy on both the offensive end and the defensive end. So that lets you know that coming down the stretch in the second half, this is going to be a good one. So I advise nobody to go anywhere. There's still a whole lot of basketball left to be played as both teams seem to be very evenly matched, but just a couple of more opportunities that the Gators were able to take advantage of that the Builders just missed out on. You saw it yourself. There were a couple of times where we were able to get right to the rim for easy shots, just could not convert them and I believe it's those easy shots that have kind of played the difference down the stretch here in the first half as we look at some of the early stats. Leading all scorers for the Bills with 13 points is Marion Moore, and right behind him, the second leading scorer for the Builders is Brian Fuller. He has 7 points of his own. As far as rebounding, Drew Walton, who pretty much always leads the Builders in rebounds, he has 6 total rebounds in the first half. Builders committed only 6 total turnovers in the first half. That is really, really good for the Builders. On the other side of the court, it is Vincent Collins and Justin Need who poured in 14 points and 12 points respectively for their basketball team, and it's Seals leading all rebounders with 4. So right now our halftime score sits at 44-33, 11-point lead by the visiting Gators of Thomas Nelson Community College. So we're going to take a break. We'll come back soon to get ready for second half action here at the 9th annual Dr. MLK Jr. Classic, the final game of the Classic here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center.
Here we go.
My name is Letitia McCain. I am Director of Education of the Apprentice School. And I think the most fun part of it all is building a relationship with the students.
You know, the opportunity we can offer here at the Apprentice School is a very unique one to prospective student athletes. It's one of a kind.
My favorite part about being an apprentice is getting to work with my hands and playing football. And since I came in the yard, I've matured a lot, coming in straight out of high school, and I'm able to work better with others.
Oh man, it's a great experience. I mean, you're doing what you love. You're learning a great trade that you can use anywhere. It's just a great experience, best experience I ever had.
I loved it because it taught me time management, it taught me patience. I was one of those ones that did everything last minute, so it taught me how to go to work, get time for resting, get time for homework and school, and stay on top of things. My favorite thing about being an apprentice has to be the numerous opportunities that you get. As long as you show initiative, determination, and you dedicate yourself, there's no door that can't be opened.
It's not your traditional four-year college scholarship type athlete. Just hearing about the women actually getting out and working every day told me a lot about their character to even sign up and be committed to a program like this. So the challenge, I think, just knowing that these women can do both, it was inspiring.
Wrestling is one of those sports where it takes serious dedication to be really good at. And just like every other apprentice, they're going to school and they're going to work all day. They're working on nuclear aircraft carriers and submarines and being a full-time athlete.
I didn't know what to think. I was blindsided. Got to grow up a little fast, but I made it work. Been here 10 years now. And yeah, tuition free, simple. It's as simple as that.
Most recent grads that are graduating high school, their first year at college or typical university, they're sleeping in sometimes in the mornings. Our guys and young ladies are out beating on steel at 5:30 in the morning sometimes.
It's completely different. You really see how responsible you have to be to get up every morning and get to work, and how much people really rely on you.
This is not for somebody that's soft. It's something that it's very rewarding when you get through it. It's a long day. You're up at 5 or so. You may go to school all day. You may work all day. Practice afterwards. Get home, clean up, eat, do your homework, and get to bed and get ready to do it again the next day. So it's a sacrifice and it's a commitment.
I'd say my proudest moment really is just being able to have this opportunity and do it all. I mean, I got the schooling paid for and made it through that, and being able to do something that I'm really interested in.
But playing baseball is awesome through the apprentice school, because it definitely just opens more doors to move up in the company. You can't have much more fun playing baseball
probably is the best decision that you could make coming out of high school. You're gonna be able to pay your own bills, start your own career, and also at the same time, you could get your education for free. So it's really a no-brainer.
I was recruited right out of high school. Had a defensive coordinator come to my school and say, hey man, you're not gonna have any student debt when you finish up. You're gonna get to play football and work with your hands every day. I said, sign me up right then and there. Greatest experience of my life thus far.
You gotta have some guts. You gotta be hard-nosed to be able to survive this place, this culture, this atmosphere. So what we do is we come in, we tell our guys there are no excuses. We want guys that are smart, that are gonna be able to come in here and get the classwork done. That's first and foremost. But secondly, we want hard-nosed guys that really love the game of football. Guys that, you know, they can't wait to get over to football practice and they love to compete. And we play a fast, high-paced, exciting brand of football, so that's something they can look forward to every day. With the way we're trending and the way our program is recruiting, I can tell you that we're gonna be moving into some spaces that Apprentice football has never been before, and I'm excited about it.
It's a great opportunity to be able to come to the Apprentice School, not only play the sport, but also be able to have a career out of it as well, too.
I believe the proudest moment I've had is to see all of our players, you know, walk that stage. I challenge each one of them to become a superintendent as a minimum, and several of them are going through the ranks making supervision, so I'm real proud of that. That's probably more than any of them shooting 69 or 70 in my opinion.
It's a big deal when they come here. They're building nuclear-powered submarines and aircraft carriers for the U.S. Navy, and basketball is just the fun part. But what our apprentices do on a day in and day out basis is protecting our security at home, so it's something that they're going to be able to really take pride in for the rest of their lives.
We play a huge part in the safety of our country, being a contractor of the United States Navy, and it's just an opportunity that we can offer that no one else in America can, so it's really unique here and really awesome.
The opportunity of the apprentice school should be known to a lot of individuals because it gives students an opportunity to come in and not only learn a trade, but also you get a chance to be an athlete as well. So to be able to get job skills, on-the-job training, as well as interact and be in a world-class company, I mean, what more can an individual ask for?
I'm Michael Allen. I'm the Director of Athletics here at the Apprentice School, and I am a builder.
My name is Brian Cave, and I am a builder.
My name is Nicole Jackson, and I am a builder.
My name is Ben Jones, and I am a builder.
I'm Joey Maben, and I am a builder.
My name is Zach Johnson, and I am a builder.
My name is BJ Maben, and I'm a builder.
My name is Quanisha Bruce, and I am a builder.
My name is Evan Key, and I am a builder.
My name is Mike Amrazovich, and I am a builder.
My name is John Davis, and I'm a builder.
My name is Austin Saylor, and I'm a builder.
My name is Marky Chevres, and I am a builder.
My name is Lou Picola, and I'm a builder.
I'm Brandon Joyner, and I'm a builder.
I'm a builder.
I am a builder.
I am a builder.
Here we go.
My name is Letitia McCain. I am
Everyone, we're back, sorry. Halftime is over. Both teams have made their way out of the halftime locker room, and we're about ready to start this second half of the final game of the 9th annual Dr. MLJ Jr. Basketball Classic here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center on the campus of Newport News Shipbuilding as the home builders trail by 11, 44-33 as Marion Moore with the basketball being defended deep in the corner. Ball is poked out of bounds, so possession will remain with the builders. 21 seconds on the shot clock as Marion inbounds it to Barrett. 19:48 left in the basketball game. Builders with a lot of work to do. Here's Moore to Barrett. Barrett. Three-point shot is good. And that's a nice way to start the second half with a three from Miles Barrett, and that narrows the score, the lead to 8, as there's a 10-second backcourt violation against the Gators. So a three-point shot and a turnover forced by the Builders, and that gives the Builders their second possession of the second half as Joyner gives off to Fuller, who finds Moore. Shot blocked. And they call a jump ball situation, so the possession arrow is in favor of the Gators. So 44-36, 19-13 left in the basketball game. Here's Seals guarded by Fuller. Shot clock at 23. Turnover. Builders run. Here's Joyner. Kick out to Barrett. To Marion Moore, who slashes, shot up and in. Count the bucket at the foul. That foul is going to go against Darius Hester. And for Hester, that is his first personal foul as Justin Meade makes his way back into the basketball game. And Singleton takes his seat. Marion Moore will step to the line to attempt to complete the three-point play and cut deeper into this Gator lead, which sits at 44-38. Free throw is good. 44-39, Gators by 5. And remember, the Gators went into the halftime locker room up by 11. Builders able to shave 6 points off of that lead. But Bryant Fuller commits a foul in the backcourt. So for Fuller, that's his second personal foul, as Meade gets the inbound and gets across the timeline in plenty of time. Shot clock at 25. As the Builders, Walton steps out, man-to-man defense. Here's Seals. Seals to Meade. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Feed down low. Lost. Kick out to Seals, who gets it off, but there's a scrum on the floor. And I don't see the indication for there was no indication for a jump ball, but the official gave possession to the Builders. So 44-39 is our score. Gators lead by 5. 18-21 left in the second half. Here's Joyner. Four-court pressure by the Gators. Here's Moore. Joyner resets the offense. 18 seconds on the shot clock. Joyner finds Joyner deep in the corner. Long three, no good. Gators Meade with the basketball. Shot up, misses. Joyner, rebound. 17:53 left. Joyner all the way down, foul on the shot. As Seals is whistled for his third personal foul. And Joyner will step to the line. Builders trailing by 5. 17:49 left in the basketball game. Here's Joyner. First free throw is up and good. An 11-point lead has dwindled down to 4. And the second is good. Builders trail 41-33 as Barrett makes his way into the basketball game. 17:49 left in the second half as Need takes the inbound. Joyner on the defense as the double team comes. Builders force another turnover. As you can see, Drew Walton with a heavy wrap on his right hand. Hopefully that won't affect his rebounding prowess as he goes up and fights. For that rebound, comes away with it, forces the shot back up, but Fuller misses on the putback. Here's Seals. Three-point shot, no good. Tapped around, controlled by the Gators. Here's Singleton. Shot no good. Walton with another rebound. Walton protecting that hand as best he can. We don't have any official word as to what happened, but something happened in the first half where his shooting hand was injured. As he feeds down low to Moore, shot up and good. Count the basket and add the foul. As the Builders mount a furious comeback in this basketball game, they have quickly erased an 11-point lead by the Gators. And now Marion Moore has an opportunity to go to the free throw line to tie this basketball game at 44 at the 16:46 mark in the basketball game. Free throw is good. Marion Moore with the three-point play, and the Builders have fought and scratched their way back to tie this basketball game early in the second half. As Need with the basketball, throws it out of bounds. And the Gators committing costly errors early in the second half have allowed the Builders not only to tie this basketball game up, but with an opportunity to go ahead on that basket right there. And with that basket, the Builders erase an 11-point lead and take a 2-point lead of their own in the second half against the Gators from Thomas Nelson. And this arena has woken up as the chants of defense start to ring down from the rafters as Seals works on the defense. Here's Need. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Need reluctant to shoot now. Kick out. Long three shot is up and good for Vincent Collins. Builders come right back with a long pass down court to Barrett. Barrett makes a wise decision. He was trapped in the corner and called a timeout. So Coach Key gets an opportunity to get his troops over to the sideline, if for anything, a rest, because this team has done a fantastic job of coming out of the halftime locker room and doing exactly what their coach told them to do, and they have come in and erased an 11-point lead, not only to erase that lead, but then take a lead of their own at 2 points. But a long three just drained right now by Collins for the Gators has put the Gators back up by 1. So 47-46 is our score. Just like we said, this one is going to come all the way down to the wire with these two teams. They know each other. They're familiar with each other. I'm pretty sure a lot of these guys probably played with or against each other in high school, and that's just trickled over here onto the college ranks. So both teams are off the bench, and we are about to get set for the next 15:47 left in the basketball game. Gators lead by 1, 47-46. As the long inlet pass goes into the backcourt for the Gators, and here's Moore. Barrett to Walton to Fuller. Here's Moore again working and turned it over. Errant pass, that time by Moore. Need able to step in and get the steal. Builders lead 47-46, 15-18 left. Shot clock at 13. Shot short. Goes out of bounds. Possession goes over. No correction. The officials are saying that the shot was partially blocked by the Builders. But they huddle up and they reverse the call. So it will be Builder basketball as the Builders trail 47-46, 15-10 left in the second half of the final game of the 9th annual Dr. M.L.K. Jr. Basketball Classic being played here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center as Barrett makes his way across the timeline. Moore thought about it, but gave it back to Barrett for three. Shot is good. And the Builders surge back ahead. 49-47. 14:46 left in this basketball game. And Mr. Mo Minham is sitting on the Builder sideline. Here's Seals being guarded. Spin move. But a traveling violation committed on Seals. And the ball goes right back over to the Builders. And that same fire that the Gators came out with in the beginning of the game has somewhat cooled here early on in the second half as they've seen their 11-point lead dwindle down now to a 2-point deficit as the feed inside to Marion Moore from Drew Walton works. 51-47 is the score. Builders by 4 as they start to pour it on here in the second half. Still a lot of basketball left to be played as Hester works against the defense. Shot up and no good, but there's a foul. Foul is going to go on Amari Akeland. And for Akeland, that'll be his first personal foul. No points so far in the basketball game for Akeland. And that'll be the 4th total team foul. So 13:40 left in the basketball game. Builders lead by 4. As Joyner works against Hester. Here's Barrett. 3-point shot, no good. Rebound by Drew Walton and that injured hand. And hopefully we can get some clarity on what exactly happened in the first half with Walton to sustain the injury, but he's still in there. As the Builders work it out to Barrett. 11 on the shot clock. 3-point shot is good. And you can start to see a little bit of frustration set into the faces of the Gator players. Because again, they went into the halftime locker room up 11, and the Builders have come out and have erased that lead as Marion Moore with a rejection. Vincent Collins into the game for the Gators, and again, they've seen their 11-point lead erased, and now they find themselves down by 7 to the Builders. Here's Collins over to Seals. 6 seconds on the shot clock as Seals works. Double team comes. Kick out to Need, and that's a shot clock violation, and that's another turnover by the Gators as Christopher Moore has seen his team's mental focus go awry as Need paid no attention to the shot clock as it ticked down, and he did not get a shot off prior to the clock expiring. That's a shot clock violation. Marion Moore, bank shot is good. So now, the Gators up 11, now down by 9. As the kick goes over to Akeland, back to Need. Akeland kicks the ball out of bounds, and that is another turnover, and Christopher Moore mercifully calls a timeout for his basketball team. Much needed timeout now by Christopher Moore with his basketball team as they see their mental focus be rattled here in the second half by the Builders. Builders made the necessary adjustments at the half to be able to come out and put the points on the board, the necessary defense to get themselves not only back in the basketball game, ladies and gentlemen, but now they lead themselves by 9 over the Gators of Thomas Nelson Community College. So if you're Coach Moore, what do you tell your troops? You have to tell these guys to continue to play hard and think about what it was you did in the first half to get you that big lead. This team liked to get out and run. They did not like to set up in the traditional half-court offense, and you've seen the Builders force them to do that by getting back in transition. You've also seen the Builders extend their half-court defense to four-court defense during any time there was a side-out situation. So that has frustrated the basketball team enough that when they've been able to get over half court, there's not a lot of time left to run their offensive set. So everything that the Builders have tried to do in the second half has worked. So both teams are off the bench, headed back to the court to play this next 12:04. Remember, Builders lead by 9, 56-47 over Thomas Nelson. The energy from the basketball court has spilled over into the stands here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center as we play the 6th and final game of the 9th annual Dr. M.L.K. Jr. Basketball Classic here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center as Joyner thought about throwing the alley-oop. Here's Walton, shot up and good. The defender fell down and Walton took advantage of it for an easy basket. 58-47 is our score now, folks. 11:32 left as Need works against the Builder defense. Builders in a zone defense, matchup zone. Feed down low is poked away by Walton and controlled by Barrett. Builders 58, Gators 47. 11-11 left in the basketball game as Barrett works. To Walton, back to Joyner. 15 seconds on the shot clock, still a lot of time to find an open player to get a better shot as there's a scrum on the floor. Builders come out with it, 6 shot, 5-4 on the shot clock, but we have a stoppage in play. There was a foul call. Difficult to see because several of the coaches and players were standing. But we have a foul call on Vincent Collins, and that'll be his 2nd team foul to go along with his 17 points in the basketball game. 10:51 left. Builders 58, Gators 47. Marion Moore set to inbound. Here's Joyner. 16 seconds on the shot clock, being guarded by Need. Corner 3, no good by Fuller. Rebound taken by the Gators. And again, Gators not running. This was something that they did a lot of in the first half as there's a foul. Bryant Fuller with the foul.
Builder foul number 4, Bryant Fuller, his 3rd team.
Player was not in the act of shooting, so that will not be 2 shots taken by the Gators. Bryce Scott makes his way into the basketball game as Coach Key gives Bryant Fuller an opportunity to get a blow here on the sideline. Here's Need with 15 seconds on the shot clock, being guarded by Barrett. Need off of the screen. Walton on defense. Good defense right here by the Builders. Forces a terrible shot by Seals, who gets bailed out with a foul and only 1 second left on the shot clock. That foul is going to be called on Corey Joyner. So Seals will step to the free throw line. Clock stopped at 10:10 remaining in the basketball game. Seals currently sitting at 5 points in the basketball game, looks to add to his point total, and he doesn't. Free throw missed. Second of 2 goes down for Seals. In the first half, the Gators shot about 88% from the free throw line as the shot is up and good by Corey Joyner. Builders not allowing anything right now to the Gators to be easy. As a three-point shot for the corner comes off no good, Builders fight for the rebound, but it goes out of bounds off of Marion Moore. 12-point lead now by the Builders, 60-48. 9:42 left as Need gets across the timeline. Here's Seals. 15 seconds on the shot clock, 9:30 on the game clock. Kick over to Need. Guarded by Barrett. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Seals. Step through. Shot up and good. Tough shot by Seals, but he gets it to go. And that knocks the Builders' lead down to 10, 60 to 50. 9:05 left. Here's Barrett. To Moore. Here's Scott with 14 seconds on the shot clock. Feed to Moore. To Walton, who misses. Remember, Walton is dealing with a hurt hand. And we have a foul call, and Seals drains the three-point basket. That foul call is going to go on number 2, Bryce Scott. And that will give the Gators an opportunity at a 4-point play. So the Builders, we get a timeout here being taken, I believe, by the visiting Gators. But when we come back, the Gators will go to the line with an opportunity to trim the lead down to 6. Builders were just up by 12, but a couple of miscues here and there. A missed shot right at the rim by Drew Walton. Again, he has an injured hand, but missed a shot right at the rim, and that gave the Gators an opportunity to come down. 3-point shot goes in for Seals. He's fouled. So again, when we come back, Seals will be at the line with an opportunity for a 4-point play. So can the Builders continue to hold on for the next 8:42 and do enough to keep them to hold on to this lead? We're going to find out here in just a moment. So guys are going to get rested up a little bit, get a little bit of water, and get themselves right back out there to defend for this final 8 minutes and 42 seconds. Again, great showing this evening, great showing all weekend long for the 9th annual Dr. M.L.K. Jr. Basketball Classic being played right here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center on the campus of Newport News Shipbuilding as both teams make their way back onto the court.
Out of the timeout, Tamari Seals on the line to try and complete the 4-point play.
It'll be Seals at the line. Seals with 17 points in the basketball game, looking to make it 18. And he does. So the Builder lead, which once set at 12, is now at 6 as we get a foul call in the backcourt. That will only be the 5th team foul. On correction, that will be the 6th team foul.
That's his 3rd, team 6.
Foul goes on Hood. So for Hood, that is his 3rd personal foul to go along with his 4 points. Builders not in the bonus yet. On the next foul call, they will be. As the Builders turn it over. Again, the Builders with the lead just need to play smart down the stretch. They have the lead. You want to continue to be aggressive, but you do want to continue to play smart down the stretch and just look for the easy shots as the pass is tipped away from Caleb Molesky. Gators unable to convert on the offensive end, but there's a foul. That foul is going to be called on Bryant Fuller.
Builder foul number 4, Bryant Fuller, his 4th, team's 5th.
And for For Bryant Fuller, that is his 4th personal foul. And that puts Seals back at the line to shoot 2, with the clock stopped at 8:06. And the Gators trailing by 6, make it by 5 as Seals hits the free throw. Drew Walton and Brandon Joyner make their way into the ball game for Bryant Fuller and Marion Moore. 5-point lead right now by the Builders, 60-55. As the second of 2 is missed, Miles Barrett comes away with the rebound. Joyner crosses the timeline in plenty of time. Being worked on by Singleton. Here's Joyner. Shot up and good. 62-55, and it just has that feel that as we get down the stretch, every single possession for the Builders is going to be important, because this is the type of team that can score points and score them quickly. So the Builders have to be patient with the basketball and take good shots. And just as I say that, the Gators behind Seals hit a long 3-point shot, and that narrows the Builder lead down to 4. Builders, once up by 12, have seen 8 points erased off of their lead as Joyner works. Over to Brandon Joyner as they call a travel, but that's not going to be right, because they're going to give him a side out, because as Brandon Joyner went up, the ball was slapped away from him. He was able to get possession back just as he was coming down back to the floor. So there is no call for travel. So they'll just give him a side out. And the Builders turn it over. Singleton, offensive foul. Singleton used an arm bar against Corey Joyner for the offensive foul, so that bails the bad pass, the entry pass, that bails the Builders out from that, and it gives the Builders possession. 6:55 remaining in the basketball game. Builders holding to a 4-point lead as Joyner crosses the timeline at 22 seconds. Here's Joyner to Barrett. Joyner in the corner. Can't find anything on the step back. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Give underneath to Walton. Shot is up and good. Beautiful job of drawing the defense into the lane and dishing it off to a waiting Walton just outside the lane for an easy layup. And the Builders now have a 6-point lead, 2-possession basketball game. Watch for Seals. He can light it up from there as the pass is intercepted by Barrett. Correction by Joyner. Joyner all the way. Shot up and rims off. Had that shot going in, I believe this fan base would have blown the roof off of this place with excitement. But instead, it's going to be 2 shots at the line. And Seals is going to be called for his 2nd personal foul. We have a timeout, an official's timeout at the moment. So, the officials called a timeout because the Gators have a player that is fouled out of the game, and that player that is fouled out is Seals, who's pretty much been able to light it up from anywhere in the court. Now, they called it on Seals, and they're trying to sort out who the call was on. Was it on Seals, or was that call actually on Monte Hood? If it's on Monte Hood, that's only his 2nd personal foul or 3rd personal foul. But they placed it up on the scoreboard as Seals having his 5th personal foul.
Correction. That foul on Damari Seals was his 4th, still team's 8th.
Okay, so Seals has not fouled out of the basketball game. They have made the correction at the scorer's table. Instead of 5 personal fouls, Seals only has 4 with 16 points. But anyway, as it goes, Joyner at the line to shoot 2, and the first misses. So the Builder lead sits at 6 with 6:01 left in the basketball game. Second made. 65-58, 7-point lead by the Builders as the Builders turn up the defensive pressure. Hood, as we have a timeout call by Sills prior to Hood turning it over in the backcourt. So with 23 seconds left on the shot clock, 5:55 left on the game clock, the Builders enjoy a 7-point lead here on the 6th and final game of the 9th annual Dr. MLK Jr. Classic being played here on the Apprentice Center Athletic Center. And once again, folks, it's been an exciting basketball game, and we are so glad and happy that you could be here to join us. We've enjoyed ourselves these past couple of days, and we hope that people have a very, very safe and memorable Dr. MLK Jr. holiday come tomorrow. But tonight, we have a little bit of business left to be decided. 5:54 left in the basketball game, and the Builders desperately want this victory. They're right there, just a few good decisions down the stretch offensively and defensively, and they can get out of here with this win. So timeout is over. Both teams have made their way back onto the court. 5:54 left in the basketball game. Here we go. Sills will inbound as the Builders in a full court press. Feed down low for an easy basket is Hood. And the Builders' lead is cut to 5. 65-60. 5:35 left as Barrett over to Walton. Feed to Caleb. Molesky, long three-point shot by Barrett. Comes off, but he gets his own rebound. And the Builders can run a little bit more clock on this possession. No hurry, 25 seconds on the shot clock. Barrett works the baseline. Kick over to Joyner. Joyner to the rack. But they call a foul. Foul call is on number 21. That's Sills. Now, if that is Sills, that is finally his 5th foul. So DeMarius Sills fouls out of the basketball game with 16 points on the night, and he's replaced on the floor by Vincent Collins, who's put in 17 points of his own. And Brandon Joyner looking for his first points of the night. Steps to the line to shoot 2, and he gets it. 66-60. 5:10 left in the basketball game. And Brandon Joyner sinks the second of 2.
Back in for the Builders, Bryant Fuller.
Bryant Fuller back onto the floor for Brandon Joyner as the Builders hold tight to a 7-point lead as Need works against Joyner. Shot clock at 20. Game clock at 4:56. Need off of a screen for 3. No good. Moore with the rebound. Here's Joyner. Joyner nearly turns it over, but Moore able to save. Walton, pocket pick. Joyner works. Shot, no good. Put back, no good. Rebound tipped around, but last touched by the Builders. As it looks like Corey Joyner may have been hit in the face on that last offensive possession, but he elects to stay in the basketball game. Builders 67, Gators 60. 4:28 and counting on the game clock here in the second half. Here's Singleton. As the chance of defense once again come raining down from the upper deck here. And we have a foul call. That foul is on number 4, Bryant Fuller, and for Bryant Fuller, That is his 5th and final personal foul of the basketball game, so he fouls out with 7 points on the night. Brandon Joyner makes his way back onto the floor. And Monte Moody at the free throw line to shoot 2. First one misses. So the score stays at 67-60, Builders over the Gators. And from what I've been told, Thomas Nelson has never beaten the Builders. And the Builders look to keep that streak alive as the second of 2 misses. Marion Moore with the rejection. Beautiful defense that time by Marion Moore. As the Builders preserve their 7-point lead, 3-point shot is missed. But Brandon Joyner adds to it. Count the basket at the foul. That foul call is going to be on Vincent Moody. That's only his 2nd personal foul. Brandon Joyner steps to the line to try and complete the 3-point play, and if he does, that gives the Builders a 10-point lead with 3:59 remaining, and he does. Builders 70, Gators 60. Here's Need with the basketball, guarded by Joyner. Joyner, 5 points in the basketball game on defense. The give is to Singleton, shot clock at 10. Singleton looking, shot clock at 7, shot clock at 5. Here's Need, 3, 2, tough shot, barely gets the side of the rim, but Moore comes away with it. Moore dribbles through traffic, needs help. Gets it to Walton, who scores. And the Builders take a 12-point lead, 3:12 remaining in the basketball game. Here's Hester. And his shot is up and good, along with the foul on Drew Walton. So, 72, 60 is our score. Hester will step to the line to shoot 1 to try and narrow the Builder lead to 9 at 3:05 left in the ball game, and he doesn't. Rebound comes off to Marion Moore. Awesome basketball game tonight here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center as Joyner works against the Gator defense. Over to Moore. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Joyner has to make a decision. Long 3-point shot comes off, misses. Need with the rebound. 10-point ball game, 72-62. Builders lead. 2:29 left in the basketball game. It's Need. Gives over to Hester. Shot clock at 15. Hester nearly loses it, but doesn't. Gets it over to Singleton, who misses. Walton with another rebound, despite the injured hand. Here's Barrett. Working hard against Singleton. Shot clock at 20, plenty of time. Builders just need to slow things down. Clock at 2 minutes remaining in the basketball game. Shot clock at 13. Feed down low to Moore. It's tipped away. Need on the run. Give to Hester. Shot misses. Tip back. No good. Hester. Shot blocked. Rebound taken by Joyner. As Brandon Joyner able to shake the Gator player out of his shoes for an easy basket for Brandon Joyner. 12-point lead by the Builders, 1:28 left in the basketball game, and this one has been a good one, ladies and gentlemen. As the Builders have all the emotion, all the momentum, all the energy in the basketball game, as they start to pull away from the Gators, up right now by 12 points with 1:25 remaining in the basketball game. And you're back at courtside with me, Howard McCain, but trust me, I'd much rather you be on the court watching our Builders do their thing. Great job tonight by the guys to show a no give up attitude in this basketball game. They've been fantastic down the stretch. They've done all the things right and necessary to give themselves an opportunity to win this basketball game. So there's still a minute 25 left to be played, a 12-point lead. Do the Gators, or can the Gators, create enough opportunities for them to score enough points to not only get themselves tied, but get themselves ahead in the basketball game? That's yet to be seen. This is only about a 4-possession ball game, so as long as that 3-point line is still in play, this game is not over. So look for the Gators to start to play the foul game to try to stretch this 125 out and try to create a maximum amount of opportunities with the basketball for them to score. So it's up to the Builders to hit their foul shots down the stretch and get out of here with a victory on the final game of the 9th annual Dr. MLK Jr. Basketball Classic. Gators inbound. Here's Need. Feed down low to Hood. Easy basket. That knocks the lead down to 12 for the Builders, as Scott is able to get it down court to Marion Moore. And there's a foul on the Gators. So 1:06 left. Gators will continue to foul down the stretch. Monte Hood, that is his 4th personal foul. The Builders up by 10. 1:06 left in the basketball game as Marion Moore steps to the free throw line to shoot 2. And he misses. Again, it's up to the Builders to make their free throws down the stretch, because it's going to be up to the Gators to try to score and foul to try to create opportunities with the basketball to score and get back in. But you have to hit your free throws down the stretch if you're the Builders, and Moore does just that. Still a 4-possession basketball game. Shot up and in for Akeland as they look to foul. Builders break the press. Game clock under 1. Looked like Walter wanted to pass the ball, but instead it almost went into the hoop, but it came out. Skip pass to the other side of the court. Here are the Gators. Hood over to Singleton. 3-point shot goes down. And now the Builder lead is down to 7. Here's Joyner. Gators elect not to foul, even though they're down by 7, which is extremely strange. And now they decide to foul. I would have thought that the Gators would have fouled as soon as the ball was inbounded, but for some reason, they decided to play defense and foul later. So they allowed almost 20 seconds to come off the game clock before they fouled. And I think they may have just run out of time in the basketball game, so now it's just for the Builders to just put the final touches on the scoreboard and get out of here with this victory. 76-69 is the score after the made free throw by Corey Joyner, and the second of 2 goes down. Andre Brown makes his way into the basketball game. 24.4 seconds left. Builders lead by 8. So the Gators have to score and score quickly. Here's Need. Long 3-point shot, no good. Poked out of bounds by the Gators. Nope. The ball goes over to the Builders. 14.7 seconds left. It's pretty much academic at this point, folks. The Gators may look to foul here, or Moore just will allow his team to concede as Brandon Joyner makes his way into the basketball game. .7 seconds left. Builders 77, Gators 69. And this will go down as a much-needed win for the Builders as the ball is poked out of bounds by Singleton. So the clock still stays at 14.7 seconds left in the basketball game. Here's Joyner to inbound, looking. Ball actually went off the foot of Marion Moore. So the ball is actually turned over underneath the basket.
I'm calling a timeout. Yes.
So we have a timeout.
Timeout, Builders.
Timeout by Coach Evan Key, and if you could hear, he really, really wanted that timeout. He was calling down to the official to tell him, hey, I want a timeout, and finally got the official's attention, and the official awarded him the timeout. So we have a timeout here. Builders with 2. The Gators with only 1, but the Builders lead by 8 with 12.9 seconds left. So the Builders, again, just be patient. Go ahead and run out this 12.9. There's no way the Gators can score 8 points in 12.9 seconds unless the Builders allow them to get back into the basketball game. But as it goes, the Builders are about to secure a much-needed victory here in the 9th annual Dr. MLK Jr. Basketball Classic. I tell you, it's been a fun classic for me. I've enjoyed it, and we've enjoyed it bringing it to you. Me and Sekou Fry have really enjoyed being here with you tonight, and we look forward to the next time that we're with you. But still just a tad bit of business left here. 12.9 seconds. Let's get it off of the game clock, and let's get out of here with a victory if you're the Builders. So the timeout is over. Both teams make their way back onto the court. And let's finish up this last game, the final game of the 9th annual Dr. MLK Jr. Basketball Classic. We had a turnover, so it will be Gator basketball as the Builders defend. Here's Hester, misses everything, 9 seconds on the clock. 8-7, shot misses. Hester with a basketball, but he stepped out of bounds. So the ball will go over to the Builders for this final 3.5 seconds of the basketball game. And the Builders will hold on to a hard-fought and tough victory tonight as Marion Moore gets the basketball and just simply holds it. And that's how it'll end. And the Builders hold on to a 77-69 victory over the visiting Gators of Thomas Nelson Community College. And that was a fun one. I hope it was just as much fun for you as it was for me bringing it to you, but all the credit goes to the Builders. They did an awesome job tonight of not giving up. Right when it seemed like in that first half where the Gators had all the momentum, all the control, and the lead going into the halftime locker room up by 11, 44-33, the Builders fought and found a way in the second half to not only erase an 11-point lead, ladies and gentlemen, but to take the lead themselves and pull away down the stretch. Great job of coaching today by Evan Key, second-year coach with the Builders. Did a fantastic job of game planning and keeping his guys focused all the way down to the end of the basketball game. For Christopher Moore, his team drops to 2-7, but there are better days ahead for Thomas Nelson Community College. That is one of the most athletic and fast teams I've seen the Builders play all season. They're no pushover, and they're only going to get better the longer they stay together and play together. So, great job by Coach Moore, but tonight belongs to the Builders. Great job by the guys to stick together and pull out this victory. As far as the stats go, leading all scorers for the Builders is Marion Moore, as he always does. Gets out of this basketball game with 24 points, 10 rebounds. Next to him on the rebounding category is Drew Walton, who again, with the hurt hand that was heavily wrapped, still was able to pull down 11 boards and put in 8 points of his own tonight for the Builders to help them in the scoring column. And then also Miles Barrett. We didn't hardly see it. It was a very quiet 12 points, but it was a very much needed 12 points down the stretch for Miles Barrett. For the visiting Gators, 3 players in double digits tonight was Seals. He poured in 16 of his own. Vincent Collins put in 17, and Justin Need 12 of his own. As far as rebounds, their leading rebounder fouled out of the game, Seals, but it was the Builders' night tonight, folks. So they get out of here with a 77-69 win on the final game on the final night of the 9th annual Dr. MLK Junior Classic. Once again, want to thank Bayport Credit Union for their continued support of Builder Athletics. For Howard McCain and Sekou Fry, we're going to say good night. Signing off here from courtside at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. We'll see you soon.